Imagine walking through a crowded train station at rush hour. The chatter, the footsteps, the rolling of suitcase wheels, it's all just noise. But suddenly something breaks through the din. A whisper, clear as a bell, not spoken aloud, but echoing inside your skull. Please don't let anyone notice the blood on my sleeve. You spin around, heart pounding. But no one looks suspicious. No one even looks at you. Welcome to your new reality, where you can hear people's thoughts, but only the thoughts they're trying the hardest to bury. Not the grocery lists or forgotten birthdays. Not the loud internal monologues about bills or Netflix. Just the secrets. The stuff they don't even admit to themselves unless it's screaming under the surface. It's not just mind reading. It's truth extraction under emotional duress. And it's not a gift. It's a door you can't close once it's open. At first, it's overwhelming. You can't walk down the street without catching glimpses of confessions clinging to strangers like shadows. I cheated last night. Please don't let the doctor say it's terminal. They'll never forgive me for what I did in 2003. These thoughts hit you like emotional landmines, unfiltered and raw. You're no longer an observer of the human condition. You're inside it, whether you want to be or not. Scientists scramble to explain your ability. Some suggest an ultra-sensitive neuroempathic response to brainwave suppressions. Others claim your brain has adapted to subconsciously interpret microexpressions, tone, posture, and then reconstruct the associated inner fear in real time. But no scan can track it, no test can replicate it. Because these aren't just thoughts, they're repressed truths, buried beneath layers of denial, shame, or terror. Your mind has somehow tuned into the darkest signal people emit, their secrets on the brink of collapse. You quickly learn that society is built on layers of polite omission. Relationships, politics, even morning coffee chats, they all run on what we don't say. But now, with this perception, the world becomes a glitching hologram, cracking under the weight of suppressed honesty. A smiling coworker laughs in the break room, but in your head you hear, "If I disappear tonight, they'll think it was an accident." You shake. Trying to hold eye contact, you want to scream. But you nod and sip your coffee. This isn't just discomfort, it's dread. Because knowing what people hide changes everything. Justice systems begin quietly recruiting people like you. They call you deep intuitives. Trials shift. Convictions are overturned or accelerated based on a whisper you alone can hear. But ethics crumble fast. What's the standard of proof when the evidence lives in the unspoken? How do you testify to a thought that someone was terrified of having? People begin fearing you. They call it mind invasion. Some wear jamming headbands. Some start using sedatives or meditation to suppress their mental panic. But the most unsettling change isn't how they act around you. It's how they act around each other. Because as your ability is discovered, replicated, even commercialized, no one knows who else might be listening. Now imagine a world where these thought hearers, let's call them whispers, are everywhere. Banks, airports, government buildings. Whisper compliance officers standing silently, nodding, maybe shaking their heads. As you walk by, you start editing your thoughts before you even think them. But that's the problem. You can't hide the stuff that tries to hide itself. It bubbles up when your back is against the wall, when guilt drips like acid on your spine. And whispers can hear it. They don't need to interrogate you. They just need to be near. Relationships crack under the pressure. You say, "I love you," but they hear, "I miss someone else." Parents are haunted by what their kids really think of them. Lovers flinch at every embrace, worried their worst internal confessions are leaking into the silence. The world becomes hyper-aware of its own performance until the act collapses. But here's the twist: something strange begins to happen. A few brave souls, tired of hiding, start to live as if someone's always listening. Radical honesty spreads like wildfire. Not the blunt, inconsiderate kind, but the soul-deep, vulnerable truth people used to lock away. People start owning their thoughts instead of fearing they'll be exposed. Therapy sessions become global live streams. Politicians host thought audits. Art flourishes. Raw and bleeding and true. Humanity cracks open, but maybe that's what it needed. Because when the deepest thoughts can't stay buried, we're forced to confront not only others, but ourselves. And maybe, just maybe, that's where real transformation begins. But still, as you lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, the room silent except for your own racing mind, you wonder, if everyone hears only what we most desperately want to keep hidden, what are you hiding from yourself? And what happens the day someone else hears that?